Okay. How's it going? All right, everybody. Hope everybody's week is good. Let's do an update. I'm a little tired, so if I say something funny, don't hold it against me. I've been up since 2:30 this morning cutting tubes. Not because I wanted to, mainly because I think I ate some bad Mexican food last night and my tummy hurts. So instead of just laying in bed, decided to go to work. Anyways, as for update, we'll start with this and we'll work to the other stuff behind Jonathan. We added our back fixture table to the back like we talked. We unbolted everything, slid it all forward to its new home, leveled the table again, even though it was still level, but obviously we added an attachment to the back. Just wanted to double check everything and got all of it in there. Now all our fixtures are pretty much in. There's still a couple little pieces we got to add to the back for the back fixture, but Jeff has been slinging some welding wire, TIG wire, like crazy, and pretty much the whole lower section of the cab is rooted. There's a couple of spots that are capped in some areas, like, you know, these pieces and up here. This is all done, fitted 100%. And then all the tubes have been popped out. I mean, we basically took almost every tube back out of this thing and then put everything back in, rooted where we needed to root, put the tubes in that overlaid, then rooted those in. This thing has came out great. It's back in the fixture. I mean, you can just see this fixture right here that locates our shock tower, how nice, tight fit. And I'm very happy about that. The guys have been busting their butts and doing a phenomenal job. I've been cutting things fast as I can cut and keep up with those guys. Now we're to the section, so we're not going to add our A-pillar tubes in yet. And the reason that we want to do that is because we're going to build the fuel cell structure. We'll get this all in. There's more fixture stuff and plate work that holds more tubes and locates things. We'll build this section in the back, and then that's going to help us locate exactly where our A-pillar tubes come in, because they'll come up and miter, and then from there it has the tube that comes all the way down. This way we can get to know where everything is without just taking measurements, guessing the angles. This kind of locates everything for us. Everything is absolutely perfect and coming out super level and perfect. As I say perfect like 10 more times. Bad Cole. I'm tired. Anyways, now we got all that done. You can see this is why I was up at 2 something this morning. Is I got 900,000 tubes here. I think this was close to probably 180 feet of 2-inch tube. It is all cut, labeled. Now we have to do is, like we talk about, chuck up the tubes in the lathe. We sand the ends, clean the insides out. File fit our edges so it's a nice clean edge, not a burnt edge, even though you could probably be fine with laser because it does come out a lot cleaner, but it just makes it easier if everything is perfectly clean. I finally got my other fixture table over here. If I get some time this weekend, maybe I'll start snapping this thing together and getting this one ready so it can go back onto our little rolly cart and we can have another table that they can do stuff not on the ground. All our 2-inch tubes are all bent, all the stuff that needs to be bent. There is one tube that I'm missing. I must have forgot to grab that one while I was cutting them. So I have one more 2-inch tube for the roof center tube to cut and get that. And then over here we have, this is a bunch of 1.5-inch tubes. And then there's a couple 2-inch tubes sitting here that they started cleaning and throwing on miter caps. But this is all our 1.5-inch. All I have left to do for the 1.5-inch stuff is the bent stuff, which is only, I think, 3 or 4 tubes left, and those will be done. And then I think that is going to be every tube for this chassis will be done, which is great because that was a lot of tubing. I think we're totaled out in, probably pretty close to, I've bought 2 bundles of 200 feet of tubing. Granted, you know, with the laser and stuff, you lose small sections because, you know, the chuck can only go so far close to the laser head. I would probably say we're pretty close to anywhere between 350 to 370 feet of tubing total of 2-inch, which is a lot of tubes. Like I said, this is basically a trophy truck, but with a steel cab, AC, heat, all the amenities. Now we have all the fixture stuff done. This next week is going to get the fuel cell cradle done and work our way from the back to the middle section again, get our A-pillars in, get all our cross tubes, double check our measurements, make sure everything's square, and just keep plugging away. The guys are doing good. Oh, I want to see something funny over here. So as you can see on this fixture table here, we have these tubes that come out because, you know, bracketry lands here. You can see there's orange tape right here. Well, the reason is there's orange tape here now is because it took, after we bolted this on, it took a whopping 36 seconds before Jeff and Corey started hitting their head and every other part of their body on this, along with these other tubes. So we made it, I think, like I said, about 36 seconds before our next work-related injury, which is an everyday occurrence. Those boys hit themselves with everything that does not move and is harder than them. Slightly entertaining for me because I'll be sitting in my office and then I'll hear a bunch of bad words coming out of the back. I get a slight enjoyment out of that. I'm not going to lie. John, do you get enjoyment out of it?
I do.
Yeah, John gets enjoyment out of it. It's always funny when it's somebody else, not when it's me. When I hit my head on there, no one better laugh. It's not funny then. Otherwise, oh, yes, we are going to be purchasing another Everlast welder. I was thinking about getting a laser welder. I really wanted to, but I just couldn't justify spending the money for one right now. We're more TIG welders. Laser welder would be super cool if there was a production part that we really needed it for, but otherwise, I'm going to buy the same exact one I got here, which is a Typhoon 330. This thing has been tried and true, and we haven't had a problem with it, and they like it, and I like it. So thanks to Everlast, they're helping us out with a little bit of a deal on it. Super cool for them, and hopefully I'll be pressing the order button here in the next week to get another one here, which means we can get more stuff done faster, which is good. Bye. See you guys next week. I'm gonna go take a nap now.